Where do you see yourself being committed in
Tinder?
a relationship?
What
Yeah.
I share with Janila, not necessary that two other people might share the same thing. If there's an argument, clearly the guy is at fault.
I like Ranveer and Deepika, although they're
Actually married. Hello everyone, this is Aina and I have two really adorable people with me today, Tamanna Bhatia and Ritesh Deshmukh. Welcome to Pinkula, guys.
Thank you, Aina. Thank you so much for having us on Pink Villa.
So I actually want to start off by asking you all that, because the name suggests plan A and plan B, are you guys the kind of people who plan things in life, who have that OCD? Or are you all like going with the flow and prefer not to plan life?
I think there's a basic planning is always there, right? What you want to do, because without planning you won't be able to do films. So that basic planning of how you want to figure out where, and also with my life now, because I'm married and I have kids, so I have to figure out, okay, this is where the kids have holidays, so I should not shoot that time, or how to. So that planning is there, but not to a point where I don't have 5-year goals and 10-year goals in life.
Okay, that's not happening.
No, that's not happening with me. I have immediate goals in terms of this year, what are the things I'm doing,
Okay.
and what are the things that I need to do to achieve them.
The basic one.
Basic planning, yeah.
What about you, Tamanna?
I was someone who never planned until 2 years ago, but now I plan because I want to do the things I do consciously. I don't want to just be saying कि अरे ये इसके वजह से ये हो गया क्योंकि ये चल रहा था और वो चल रहा था. Like there's some things I really want to do, and I realized that can't happen unless I actually plan them.
Yeah.
So I started planning to make those things that I actually want happen versus what's happening to me.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense, but that's essentially why I started planning, and I think it works. See, whether the plan comes through or not is baat ki baat. But at least you make a plan so that you're likelier to get what you actually want versus you land up with what you get.
And
Wow,
yeah, it was quite
Hi.
intense.
How's it been?
you finally found me. Because you kind of lost me there.
It's okay.
And it's so refreshing to see a rom-com because like we've missed that in a while.
Yeah.
And
We too. We have also missed it.
Yeah.
we're seeing larger than life movies in theaters. We're seeing serious suspense thrillers. We're seeing movies that have a social message on OTT. What made you guys pick a rom-com in a world full of suspense thrillers and action drama?
I like the premise. Like, I like the fact that there's a divorce lawyer and, a matchmaker. They come from very different worlds. So I think it's it's a good old format of, opposites attract. But as you delve into the movie, you realize it's actually not that. It's something else which binds them and gets them together.
Part of it. I have not done a rom-com in 10 years, so I'm excited to do this with Tamanna and Shashank and Rajat. Rajat is a director, producer, writer, and Shashank is director. I've enjoyed his work earlier in Khoobsurat and other films, so I'm happy. I'm really excited about this film.
Do you all have a preference for rom-coms? Do you all have a favorite rom-com film?
When Harry Met Sally, You've Got Mail, Sweet Home Alabama.
The Indian version probably be Jab We Met. Like, Jab We Met was something I really enjoyed.
Nice.
Yeah.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
I used
No
to watch all
Strings
these.
Attached.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I've not seen that.
There's Friends with Benefits also.
Friends with Benefits.
That.
Who wouldn't want that?
True story. Yeah. I'm actually strangely a more action film person. Like, I like The Mummy.
Who's Mummy?
No one's Mummy.
The movie Mummy.
The movie
Oh.
The Mummy.
And
I like my mummy.
An action with the.
An action with mummy, yeah.
Oh.
And Ritesh, sir, for you, you've done a few serious films in the past few years and people are loving it. I remember watching Equivalent Returns and there's a glimpse of you and the theatre starts screaming for real. But I want to know that which genre do you actually enjoy? Because you've aced comedy over the years as well.
No, so I love comedy a lot,
Yeah.
and I have not done that in quite some time now. But also I believe that comedy needs to upgrade itself, and it's all in the writing. And actors can only add 10%, but 90% is the writing. So
Yeah.
if your foundation is not great, how much ever you do, then it gets into buffoonery that you're trying too hard to be funny, and that's a big problem for actors. So it needs to be well written. But one thing that I feel I want to do is an espionage thriller. That's one genre that I love watching, and that's one genre that has never come to me.
And did you guys know each other before the film?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty well actually.
We've-
Pretty well.
So what actually happens when you don't know your co-star but you have to create on-screen chemistry? Is it difficult to create on-screen chemistry when you guys are new to each other?
I prefer not knowing the person if possible.
Oh,
And
why?
I feel like I don't know. I think as an actor, I think I like not knowing anything about the person if that's a possibility. And it's happened many a times where I've worked on films where I don't know anything about the person. I feel like that it's as a process is much easier for me. That's individual.
For me, I need to laugh with my co-star.
Oh,
It's very important.
Maybe it's like a breaking of ice. Like
No. So for me, it's like laughing, cracking jokes, easy. Then it's okay. Then you can laugh, crack a joke, have a cup of coffee, and then go for a shot, come back, chill, and then
But I like even with a stranger you do that. Like even
No, I
when
know.
even if you work with someone you don't know, actually that's how the ice is broken. And sometimes I feel like certain films you are even in the movie you're actually understanding each other through the film.
and you've been dating Genelia for 10 years, married for 10 years, 20 years. What would you actually advise Tamanna before getting married?
advice.
About a relationship. 20 years is a long time.
No, of course, it's a long time. I don't think there is any relationship advice that I can give because, people and dynamics are different. What
Yeah.
I share with Janila, not necessarily that two other people might share the same thing. It could be, the dynamics could be different. So it's difficult to, and it's unfair to draw parallels between one life and other life.
Yeah.
But the only thing I would say is that there's a time where a person will find love
Yeah.
in their life. Don't let go of that. It's important to hold on to that. But I believe in going out of it and holding on to the relationship. Whenever there is a disagreement or when I see people separating, you should always try to think of the good times that were together.
Yeah.
Because you always think, "Arey, he didn't do this for me." But we almost forget the things that the person does. Right? So, he forgot my birthday, or he forgot something, or he didn't do this, he was rude to me once. All these will all be remembered. But the 100 times that you're good, we forgot. But we need to think of the good things and hold on to it.
100.
Good advice. Great advice.
Not only to hurt everyone.
No, I'm just giving what I
हमारे
feel.
दर्शकों को
नहीं, मैं किसी को एडवाइस नहीं कर रहा हूँ. मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि ये चीज़ों के बारे में मैं सोचता हूँ. अगर आपको लगता है ऐसे सोचना सोच सकते हैं, वरना बोल सकते हैं रितेश भाड़ में जाए.
And before I let you guys go, I'm going to ask you a few quick questions on situations in a relationship.
Okay.
So you all need to just tell me one by one कि आपको क्या लगता है आप क्या करते हैं
Okay.
इसमें. So when you don't meet eye to eye with your partner, they are hypothetical.
Okay.
What would you do?
call them.
Oh, smart.
And sort it out?
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
If there's an argument, clearly the guy is at fault.
Be a man and say sorry.
First, I'm sorry, let's understand this and how we can better this.
It's only the guy's fault. Always.
I agree. Okay. What is a deal breaker for you in a relationship?
Infidelity.
When she was in her teens, I was just in my early 20s, so I've really not thought about,
What a
being
deal
a
breaker.
deal breaker in a relationship. But I guess most of the times it's ego, where one person can't handle it, and so that eventually becomes, of course, infidelity is the biggest deal breaker. That there's no going back to that.
Yeah.
But even if they are honest with each other, but I feel ego can be one big deal breaker.
100%. And if a Bollywood relationship that you adore, Ritesh and
Gino.
Genelia.
Is Ajay Devgan and Kajol, because again, two opposites, and I have known them personally. One is absolute serious but yet funny.
Yeah.
One is vivacious and she has a fun side, and the dynamics together are incredible, and they are two individual superstars and respect each other's workspace and inspiring in many ways.
An on-screen jodi that you like. It could be fiction.
I like Ranveer and Deepika, although they're
Actually
married.
married.
They're actually,
I like-
I love their pair.
I like Ranveer and Alia.
Same actually.
All of them are married. I mean,
Yeah, they're all married. Yeah.
Okay. I know y'all can't stick to a specific type, but that one quality which you want your partner to have.
Sense of humor. It's difficult to survive without laughing it
No,
out.
get me food.
Get you food.
Yeah.
But you're
Butter chicken,
fasting.
butter chicken.
I mean, get me food is like a thing, like you. Okay, I'm not going to explain this. The ones who need to understand will get it.
All right.
It's your love language.
It's a love language.
Old school.
Okay. A habit you think you need to change before getting into a relationship. So for you, maybe before, and you like, you know that you have that habit, but you need to change.
I need to change before getting really. I think time management.
I'm perfect.
That's why she's single. Price for perfection.
I'm
that
perfectly
she's paying.
single, right?
Price that she's paying for being perfect.
Okay. If you guys were in your early 20s, in 2022, right now, where do you see yourself being committed in
Tinder?
a relationship?
Oh god.
Already answered.
Frankly,
Yeah.
I don't even know what Tinder looks like, because
Yeah.
I'm from another generation,
Oh, why are you talking like I'm 60-year-old? What rubbish?
No, but see,
Even 60-year-old is not old today.
no, what I'm trying to say is that it's not that I don't know what Tinder is or, other dating apps are.
Yeah.
But all I'm trying to say is that I'm so old school in terms of it. I never, obviously because I was dating, so I never had the opportunity or need to figure out, अरे ये apps क्या है, उसकी ज़रूरत कभी थी नहीं.
Huh.
So I was just thinking.
But listen, I am also, I mean, I am not on a dating app and I don't understand that either.
Sure.
So, but that it has nothing to do with being old school. It's just like you might not want to be on a dating app.
Do you see yourself being committed, flirting around, double dating, completely single, or breaking hearts?
No, I think even today,
Yeah.
if I was 20-year-old, I would go for commitment.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm not engineered that way, so.
What about you, Tamanna? Where do you?
Hopefully in a relationship. That
Okay.
would be great.
And lastly, because
Imagine double dating is an option, yeah.
मेरे से तो एक ही नहीं संभलता.
thank you so much,
Thank you.
and we'll see you super soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi guys, this is Ritesh Deshmukh and this is Tamanna. If you like this video, please share and subscribe to Pink Pala.